My name is William Seiver. I was born in Wittenberg, Germany in 1839. My mother, 4 brothers, and a sister and I left Germany in a sailing vessel to come to America in 1849. My father was already here. He was a cabinet maker and emigrated prior to the rest of the family. On the ship, we were there for 7 weeks and 3 days. That's how long the trip took at that time. Unfortunately, none of us were hit with cholera, which took 11 of the passengers. When we got here, we first landed in Nunde, where my father was living, but soon moved to Angelica and became lifelong residents. I loved to work with my father. He was a great cabinet maker, and eventually I expanded on that. When I was 21, I joined along with 99 other people from the Angelica area to form a company that was led by Curtis Gardner. This company left the village in mid-April of 1861, headed for Belvedere to catch the train. While marching toward Belvedere, we were asked to stop at the church residence, where we lined up and were addressed by Miss Elizabeth Church. She told us the following. After she presented us with a silk flag with the stars and stripes that were to be carried by our company, I believe the noble young men in the company will never forsake or see this flag dishonored, which I present to you with my love and kindest regard. May God bless you all. Be true. Be faithful. These were the words that we took with us as we left Belvedere on the train to go to Elmira and ultimately to end up in Virginia. We were to serve a 2-year term under General Henry Slocum, a West Point graduate, and to join up with other companies that organized the 27th. We left Elmira in July and headed for Manassas on July 17th, Manassas, Virginia. 1,010 young, hardy men, but we received our baptism of fire on the 21st of July at the Battle of Bull Run. There were 130 members of our regiment were killed, missing, wounded, including General Slocum. We proceeded to fight at West Point, Virginia, Yorktown, a second battle at Bull Run, then South Mountain, Antietam, and Fredericksburg. The silk flag that this church had given us was at all those battles and others, flying as the regimental colors. The Angelica Company became known as the Colored Regiment because of the flag. They have written about me that I led comrades in song and cheered the heart and enthused them to feel better about what was going on. And God knows they needed it. It was not a good time. After losing 19 members in Chancellorsville, we were sent back to New York State. All in all, we lost 74 members from wounds and 74 from accidents, diseases, or imprisonment. I had been promoted to corporal in May of '62 and sergeant in May of '63. I was mustered out in Elmira on May 31st, and here's my discharge paper. I joyfully returned to Angelica, was married about 6 months later, the 1st of January in 1864. My wife Christine and I had 6 children. I had been a blacksmith, but I found that there was more need for carriages and wagons and sleighs, so I started to manufacture those, employing 16 people. It generated near $75,000 a year in wages and income of $40,000 for the business. Unfortunately, my shop on Mechanic Street burned 2 different times, and each time I rebuilt better and bigger.
Thank you.
Later I bought land in Angelica and owned the Seiver Opera House, a strong music background and very much enjoyed giving back to the town and several other business buildings. Eventually, the carriage shop, the opera shop, there was a skating rink. And I have to stop here. I'm not sure if it was ice skating for the winter, because I don't think they had roller skates. And I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, my great-grandfather did own many properties in Angelica at one time. And as with his love of music, it passed on to the kids. My great-aunt Christine, Alice Christine, she's buried in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. She was a concert pianist. She traveled the world playing piano and giving piano lessons. I never knew her. I say I never knew her. She died when I was about 3. My grandfather died in 1917, a proud member of the GAR, Grand Army of the Republic. And he was seen in about every reunion picture that was ever taken. He was very proud of his service. Having been born in Germany and coming here, he loved this country. He loved that, he loved his music. He was very heavily involved in the church, giving 40 years as a choir director, and in that time making sure that everything was done right at the church, especially the installation of the pipe organ and the purchase of it. And he was quite a man. And I am his great-grandson. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.